Recently, Bulgaria's defense ministry is to send an official request to Poland's defense ministry for assistance in overhauling 6 Bulgarian Air Force MiG-29 fighter jet engines in Poland. The defense ministry in Sofia said that this was agreed at a meeting between caretaker defense minister Dmytr Stoyanov and Polish embassy deputy head of mission Iwona Jakusko-Dudka, also attended by other officials, on August 5. The statement quoted Stoyanov as saying that the issue was critical in order to ensure the mission of the Bulgarian Air Force to protect Bulgaria's airspace. According to the statement, Jakusko-Dudka was committed to assisting in resolving the issue as soon as possible. Stoyanov said that the process had been delayed mainly due to financial reasons. Our wish is that during these 2 months of the caretaker government's term, we will make maximum efforts to give this process an impetus, he said. Among the issues discussed at the meeting were the war in Ukraine and the consequences for Bulgaria and Poland, as well as the active participation of both countries in the 3 Seas initiative, the statement said. Bulgaria is to continue to use its aging Soviet-era MiG-29s while it awaits the delivery of US-made F-16 fighter jets. Delivery of the first batch of F-16s has been delayed, mainly because of the impact of COVID-19 on the production process. How about Poland? Does Poland still want the MiG-29 fighter? What makes the Polish MiG-29 story interesting is that the aircraft was adopted by the government in Warsaw at the tail end of the Cold War, and despite becoming a NATO member, Poland remained an enthusiastic operator of the Fulcrum. The first aircraft was delivered in 1989, and Poland remained so keen on the fighter that in 1995, it opted to purchase 10 surplus MiG-29s, including 9 MiG-29s and 1 MiG-29UB, from the Czech Republic. In addition, when the Luftwaffe of the reunited Germany opted to withdraw the aircraft from service in the early 2000s, Poland received a total of 22 more MiG-29s, including 18 MiG-29GS and 4 MiG-29GT models. The aircraft were even sold by Germany to Poland for a symbolic €1. The offer was accepted in September 2003, and the first aircraft arrived shortly after. As of 2008, Poland had become the largest operator of the MiG-29 in NATO. The aircraft had been stationed with the 1st Tactical Squadron at the 23rd Air Base near Minsk-Mazowiecki and the 41st TS at the 22nd Air Base near Malbork. In order to operate with NATO and to extend the service lives of the aging aircraft, the Polish MiGs were upgraded with a new digital databus with open architecture and a cockpit that used imperial units of measurement. In addition, the updated MiG-29s were equipped with a laser inertial platform with embedded GPS antennas, a digital video recorder and data transfer system, an up-front control panel, a new UHF-VHF radio, an upgraded IRST sensor and a modernized NO-19 radar with increased target detection and tracking range. However, a few months ago, Poland has volunteered to give its 23 MiG-29s to the US immediately, presumably for transfer to Ukraine, in exchange for an opportunity to buy used American aircraft, the Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs said March 8. The authorities of the Republic of Poland, after consultations between the government and President Andrzej Duda, are ready to deploy, immediately and free of charge, all their MiG-29 jets to the Ramstein Air Base and place them at the disposal of the government of the United States of America, according to a statement posted on the Polish government's official website. At the same time, Poland requests the United States to provide us with used aircraft with corresponding operational capabilities. Poland is ready to immediately establish the conditions of purchase of the planes. The Polish government also urged other NATO allies that operate MiG-29s to act in the same vein. The only US fighter that Poland employs that could easily be absorbed into its air force is the F-16. Poland did not specify how many jets it wants in return for its 23 MiG-29s. Commercially available, used MiG-29s have recently fetched between $5 million and $8 million, depending on their age and condition. Israel recently sold 29 of its early model F-16s to adversary air company Top Aces, but the price of the jets was not disclosed. According to Polish government accounts, that country's MiG-29s are flyable, but need a lot of maintenance, the engines being particularly unreliable. Poland's statement did not mention spare engines nor whether any compatible ordnance for the jets would be provided. In recent days, there has been speculation that European countries that operate Russian-made combat aircraft would transfer them to Ukraine in exchange for American types. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said over the weekend that Poland has a green light from the US to take such action, and a number of members of Congress have pledged that they would provide funds to make such a transfer happen. The US is known to operate an undisclosed number of MiG-29s that it flies to familiarize fighter pilots with the capabilities of the jet. Some of those aircraft have been dismantled for analysis, others are in threat petting zoos, and some number are flown for dissimilar air combat training, along with other Russian-made fighters.